Hi guys, welcome to another video, and I'm very excited for this one because when I was starting my KDP journey, AI was like undiscovered then. I mean, there was AI, but not especially for creating coloring books or any sort of books. There was no Midjourney, there was no like Leonardo AI, this sort of websites. When I started, it took me a really long time to create coloring books. Then later, when AI was implemented at KDP World, I started using a lot of Midjourney, but the problem was that Midjourney can cost you a lot because, for example, you can purchase a subscription, create some coloring books which are going to be a quite good quality. I'm not gonna lie, Midjourney creates a quite good coloring books, but the problem is you're gonna spend some money on subscription and you don't even know if you're gonna sell these books, right? So especially for a person who is starting out on KDP, it's a pretty hard choice. They don't know if they want to spend around $15 per month on creating some coloring pages which they don't know if they are going to sell. So today I'm going to show you a 100% free method so you can all start creating some coloring pages, see if it works for you, and hopefully make some sales on KDP. Hi everyone, sorry to interrupt the video. I just wanted to let you know that I've started offering print-on-demand niches with low competition. All of them are researched by me, so here is more or less how it works. You can subscribe for $8 per month through the link in the description. With this subscription, you'll have access to all of the niche files, and inside of such niche file you can find the niche name, related tags, keywords, actual number of competition, and the link to explore the niche, so you can see what kind of designs you should create to make sales. For people wondering whether this will be evergreen or seasonal niches, the answer is both. I will upload both seasonal and evergreen niches there. New niches are added frequently throughout the month, so over time you'll have access to hundreds of unique niche ideas for just $8 a month. My goal is to offer something valuable at a good price to help you succeed. Okay, so for this whole process, we're gonna be using two tools. The first one is TensorArt, which is going to be our free AI image generator, and the second one will be Canva, where we're simply gonna like improve the image quality for the final product. Okay, so here on TensorArt you can register, or you can just simply log in through your Google account. It takes like 2 seconds and you are in. After you have logged in, you can finally click on create here. Okay, so we're gonna click on create. Here you've got a bit of a spoiler of how our coloring pages will look like, but you need to watch the whole video to understand how to create them. So the first thing we need to do is to select a model which is gonna generate our images. Just click here, and what I do recommend is to use Stable Diffusion free right now. Probably when the Stable Diffusion XL is going to be released, maybe it's going to be the better option. So if you click here on SDXL, you see that Stable Diffusion XL is still in a coming soon status here, but Stable Diffusion free is going to work perfectly fine for you. So just click on all and click on Stable Diffusion free. And after you select it, you can add something which is called LoRa. So LoRa is sort of a specified model, so like addition to the basic model, which is gonna tell this basic model how it should create some more specific products. Okay, so if we're just gonna click on add LoRa, you can see that we've got the animal coloring book LoRa here. It's in two versions, version 1 and version 2. Obviously select the newest one and click on select. So now when we have the LoRa, the TensorArt is gonna ask us, the author recommends the following parameters. Do you want to apply them? Yes, we want to apply the recommended parameters, because the better parameters, the better our outcome image will be. Okay, so click on use recommended. And here you've got this little slider. So this is probably the most important like setting you've got here when creating these coloring pages. It's gonna like tell this basic model how much of this LoRa it should be used. So the more you select here, the more impact LoRa will have on our basic model. But the default setting where it says like 0.8 is perfectly fine. It actually worked the best for me. I tried to lower it, I tried to increase it a bit. Something in the middle worked perfectly. The next thing you gotta do is to add some prompt, because obviously our image is not gonna be generated without any prompts. And here you can try to create something yourself, but what I do recommend for a little help, you can use ChatGPT. So I'm gonna show you how I actually generated these prompts from these dragon coloring pages. So I have just entered ChatGPT and like At first I was asking him for some good looking grumpy cat coloring pages, but then I decided like maybe there is like already too much cat coloring pages out on the internet. Let's create something new. So I asked him to create some dragon coloring pages, okay? And here is the prompt. One more thing I added here is like, because the ChatGPT provided me the prompt with bold lines, so you can see the lines should be clean and bold, and I don't want like super bold lines because it's gonna look kind of childish. The one thing I just added is like, now create the prompt for dragons, but line should be thin, not bold. And you can see that he implemented this in the prompt. So you can see that details and thin, delicate line art style. Okay, so you're gonna just copy this prompt. So let me just copy this prompt and just paste it in our image generator. You can just paste it here. One more thing, which is very, very important, so please listen to me carefully before you click on generate. There is something called a trigger word. So basically, without these trigger words in the prompt, your LoRa won't be activated. It means that LoRa will have no impact on the basic model. The very important thing you gotta check here is to add some of these trigger words. So I'm gonna just click on add all, because why not? I just need to move my like recording area a bit to the right. And now you can see that at the end of our prompt, we can see these trigger words. So we've got the coloring book, black and white, coloring book, white background. So these are the trigger words for this LoRa. And the last thing you can actually set is that whether you want to create 2 images or 1 image, 4 images is only available for the pro version. By the way, you have these little credits here. Once you logged in, you have like around 50 credits. It's probably against the policy of the website, but you can of course log into different Google account and have your credits reset. Alright, so we've got everything perfectly set up here. The rest of the settings is not going to be that important here. You can also experiment with the sampling steps. So the more sampling steps, the more AI generator will take to create this image. But this is kind of more of a complex knowledge, and I don't believe it will have like a huge impact on the outcome here. So let's just leave everything as it is. One more important thing though you can change is the aspect ratio, because I believe that you want to create coloring pages in like one of the 2 most popular aspects, which is 8.5 by 11 inches or 6 by 9 inches. So you can create portrait here, or you can just type custom resolution to have this perfect aspect ratio you need. I'm just gonna leave it with the portrait aspect ratio. Okay, and now you can click on generate. One more important thing you should know here is that you can click on generate twice while having the free account. So I'm gonna click on it one more time, and you can see that next 2 images are added to queue. The thing is that you cannot click it 3rd time, because if I'm gonna do it, let me just do it, you can see that the works queue is full, so you would need to have a pro version in order to create more images at once. But it won't take too much time. The images are going to be generated like under 1 minute, so don't worry about it that much. Okay, so here we are with our 4 brand new images, brand new coloring pages. You can just click on some of them and see how they look like on a bigger screen. So the images look really cool for me. Like, to be honest, I don't know any free AI generator that could create images with that good quality. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is to download one of these images, and we're gonna enhance the image a bit in Canva, because I'm gonna show you that there are a couple of things that needs to be changed here. Alright, so here we are in Canva, and if you just look at this coloring page, you can obviously see there are a couple of things that need to be improved. So the first thing is that if you look closely on the background of this image, you see it's not perfectly white. You can see that the real white on the Canva project is much more brightened than here on this coloring page, so this needs to be improved. Also, another thing that you may not see on the recording, but I can clearly see it on my monitor, is that the image is not perfectly black and white. It has this sort of a bluish effect on it that we need to get rid of. So how to actually improve this image, it's gonna be very simple, I promise you. Just click on it and then click on edit the image. You've got this little option here above your image. So next we're gonna click on adjust on this left panel, and here you've got like this typical image option. You can see if you worked on like some Photoshop project or like Lightroom project, I'm sure you are very familiar with all of these options. So we've got the brightness, contrast, shadows, white, saturation, sort of a basic information about the image. Okay, and the first thing we're gonna do is to increase the contrast, because when we're gonna increase the contrast, you can see that the image will become more black and white. You see this? It like removes the colors between black and whites and leaves black and whites only. So let me just increase contrast even to 100%. So you can see that clearly our white background is now like less different than our coloring page. We're gonna come back to this editor, so again click on edit and adjust, and there are a couple more things we need to change. So the next thing I would change is I would increase brightness of the image, because this will also provide a bit more white color into it. So let me just increase it to like 20%. Now I'm gonna get rid of this blue color. I'm not sure if you see it here on the recording, but there is like it's like this bluish effect on this image. And if you're just gonna scroll down a bit to the saturation setting and decrease the saturation to -100, you see that now the image becomes perfectly black and white. I'm not sure if you see the difference, but on my screen, I'm just gonna increase it for a moment so you can see it has a lot of this blue color. If we're gonna decrease it to -100%, now it becomes perfectly black and white. Next thing we gotta do is we can, for example, experiment a bit with whites and blacks. So let me just increase whites a bit so we get rid of this black color, because it has a lot of these different shadows. Let me increase the white to like around 15%. Of course, these settings, like, don't just copy me on these settings. They will require your personal review on the image. Every image is going to be a bit different. Okay, so we've got around 50% of whites. Now we can decrease blacks a bit. So let me just decrease them like by 35%. And you can see how much better this coloring page look like. Now you can just simply add a bit of a black frame around it and it will look perfectly. The last thing you could do if you want to have a professional approach to your coloring books is you could actually increase the resolution of the image, because the images from TensorArt are being downloaded in around 1000 pixels resolution, so it's kind of small for coloring page. So definitely what we could do is to simply use some AI image upscaler, or even if you find a good AI vectorizer, that would be probably your best option. But yeah, more or less in like not long period of time, we've created this perfectly looking coloring page 100% for free. So yeah guys, that is all I prepared for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, you can leave a comment, you can leave a like or a sub. I will let you go for now. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great rest of your day. If you still have any questions regarding this topic, please leave them in the comments. And yeah, have a great rest of your day, and bye bye.